Welcome to the Starborne Awakening Library. Tonight's story is The Paper Boat. At the edge of a quiet village flowed a gentle river. Every spring, children gathered along its banks. They folded little paper boats from scraps of old letters, forgotten maps, and pages that had long since faded with time. Each child would whisper a wish before placing their tiny boat upon the water. Some wished for adventure, some wished for friendship, others wished simply to be brave. The river carried every boat away. No one ever knew where they went. Among the children was a young boy named Eli. Unlike the others, he never made a wish. Each year he folded his paper boat carefully. Each year he watched it drift away in silence. One afternoon, an old woman who often sat beneath a willow tree by the river noticed him. "You never whisper a wish." Eli smiled politely. "I don't know what to wish for." The old woman nodded. "That is a beautiful place to begin." Eli looked puzzled. "Everyone else seems certain. They know exactly where they want life to take them." The woman watched another paper boat float downstream. Life is a river. Certainty is not always its language. The boy thought about her words, though he did not fully understand them. The following spring, a great storm swept through the valley. Rain fell for days. The gentle river became wide and fast. When the children returned, they discovered the riverbank had changed. Trees had fallen. The old footbridge was gone. The familiar places where they launched their boats had disappeared. Many children turned back. "It's ruined," they said. "There is no point anymore." But Eli remained. He unfolded an old piece of paper from his pocket. It was blank, no map, no letter, no drawing, only clean white paper. Slowly he folded another boat. The old woman watched from beneath the willow. "You still have no wish?" Eli smiled. "I think I do now." "What is it?" He looked toward the rushing river. "I hope wherever life carries me, I become someone who can float." The woman smiled. "Then your boat is ready." He placed it upon the water. For a moment it spun in circles. The current pulled it beneath a branch. It nearly tipped over. Then, little by little, it found the center of the river. It drifted onward, not because the river became calm, but because the little boat learned to move with it. Years passed. Eli traveled farther than anyone expected. He crossed mountains. He sailed oceans. He met joyful seasons and difficult ones. Many times, life carried him somewhere he had never planned to go. Whenever he felt lost, he remembered the little paper boat. It had never controlled the river. It had simply trusted it. Many years later, Eli returned to the village. Children still gathered every spring. They still folded paper boats. One little girl asked him, "Do paper boats make wishes come true?" Eli smiled. "I don't think that's why we send them." "Then why?" He picked up a square sheet of paper. As his hands folded it into a tiny boat, he answered, "Because every paper boat reminds us that we were never meant to control every current. We were meant to learn how to journey." Together, they placed the little boat upon the river. It floated quietly into the evening light. Sometimes the smallest boat carries the greatest lesson. Not everything in life asks us to steer. Some things ask us to trust the current, keep our shape, and continue the journey. For even a paper boat can travel farther than fear ever could. Modern fables for the human spirit. Starborne Awakening. Remember the light. Embody the light.